Hello and welcome to this amazing episode of No Blasters with it's funny with me, Kieran Bartlett. We're gonna get. I was about to say we're gonna get stuck into a guest. That's weird.
Is it?
Today's episode is sponsored by NordVPN. Happy New Year, by the way, if you're watching this. I'm gonna stop saying that though now because I hate when it drags on. Anyway, enjoy January. It's shit. Anyway, so you've got bills. You've no mates, whatever. So, let me see. All the people you were friends with in December, you won't see them until next year. So, what NordVPN? That's for virtual private network. Wisdom available for use for you in 59 countries, 6 continents. What a VPN does is it protects you when you're online, and it means you can pick where your geography sort of thing is located. So like you can sit in Belfast but watch American Netflix. You can sit in Spain and watch American Netflix. You can sit in Russia, watch American Netflix. But also you can use it for I'm thinking about trying this. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna get a subscription to a football service in America that is cheap as chips but shows Premier League every week, and you can pick the game, and then I'm gonna use NordVPN to trick it to tell my computer that I'm in fucking Washington DC. Oh no, I'm getting there. I'm being a seedy wee bastard with it. What you can do is add security to your computer or your devices. You can use up to 6 devices with one subscription for NordVPN. If you go on to nordvpn.com and use the /noblasters, nordvpn.com/noblasters, you will get an amazing discount on a subscription and a free gift when you join, and 30-day money back guarantee if you're not happy. The link is in the description. NordVPN, an OG sponsor of ours. We love them. They love us. I need to hook mine up though. Mine's sitting there. Mine's been ready to go. I need to do it. I have used it before though. I know that it's handy for watching other TV things, subscriptions, places you might already have. But it is also handy just for your own security, and so that you can surf the web and do whatever you want, especially if you're a comedian away on tour. Who knows what you're looking up in a holiday in, you know what I mean? Restaurant reviews and stuff. And then nobody knows what you're looking at, and it's all safe and it's all good. NordVPN.com/noblasters. Today's guest, the Queen of Red Sauce. Comedy legend from Derry, Diona Doherty, is here.
Do you know what? That VPN thing's a great idea, because I was in Hanover one time.
In Germany?
In Germany. Glad you cleared that up for me, because I didn't fucking clue where I was. But it was in Hanover. And I was filming, and it was before my wedding, and I went online and found my bridesmaids' dresses that I wanted to buy, and they were on a pure sale.
Good.
And I could not order them to my house.
That's a very Derry thing you just said, by the way.
They were on pure sale.
They were on a pure sale. The use of pure in the middle of that was very Derry.
But the time, it was like a flash sale, and the time I got home, then I could order them, because I couldn't order them in Germany to go to my house here. The time I got home, they were up full whack.
Do you know what I hate? Full whack. I hate paying full whack.
It's the worst.
That. I like a wee sale. I got I'm a nerd, right? I got some magazine subscriptions. No, I really am. I got some magazine subscriptions in a sale, and so I bought one before Christmas for myself, and then they sent me a thing of sales, and oh mate, if you like reading magazines.
Well, what magazines are you reading?
I'm reading, mate. This is rare.
It's all right.
I would literally rather they were hardcore granny porn. Seriously, I am reading. I have PC Gamer, which is a fuck.
Surely,
I have one called The History of War.
But they're so opposite.
And I have.
You're full taking a Beamer as well.
No.
You're so scundered for yourself.
It is scundering. I have 2 or 3 that are about painting wee toy soldiers, and I have
fucking hell.
I got Empire as well, the movie magazine.
Well, fair enough.
But here, mate, I mean seriously, so if you're going into a shop and you're paying 5 or 6 quid for a magazine, which is fucking mental, I'm getting them at 90s prices.
Yes.
When you subscribe to the whole year.
What possibly could you learn from them that you couldn't get in 2 seconds off the internet, or do you just like having the magazine?
I like the presentation. Sometimes they get exclusive interviews and things that you don't get with.
You wouldn't get them online?
PC Gamer is pretty good, and it's good for reviews, and I trust the reviews.
Where are you storing these magazines?
Oh no, it's all online.
Oh, you're getting the magazines
It's a
online?
subscription.
Oh, I feel cheated.
No, you can choose. You can have paper if you want, but like, why? Whenever
Yeah.
I can just read them on the computer, but it's like a wee paywall.
Yeah.
It's good.
So it's
The pictures are better. You can zoom in.
And so the toy soldier one is the most interesting.
No, there's like 3 of those, and I don't know why.
How often are you painting toy soldiers?
Well, this is my issue. I have loads of them sitting in the house, and I haven't got to paint them yet. I got an airbrush last year, a really good one, harder and Steinbach airbrush.
Right.
And I know, right?
No, that's all right.
When when you're talking about airbrush brands, your podcast has had it. But I got that, but I haven't got a compressor for it, so I haven't even fucking used the thing yet.
Is it the same one that people use for makeup?
No.
Are you sure? It looks like a pen. You just press. It's a wee trigger.
Is it the same?
I think they're the same thing, and you just put makeup on it instead.
Oh, I don't know.
Makeup artists use it on.
I know, but I think they are a wee bit different.
I mean, let's.
Do you know why? Do you know why I think they're different? Because the nozzles are, like, surely airbrushing is to do like foundation or stuff.
Aye, fair fucks to you for even
This would be.
guessing that.
I have 4 sisters, a mother, and a wife. They, like, is that not? It's so you get good coverage and it's even. Like, this is why you would use an airbrush
for painting. It's the
right?
same. It's the same reason.
But the nozzle is tiny, so like in an airbrush. Like for painting, you're only maybe getting a couple of millimeters.
Yeah. No, it's tiny.
Oh, weird. Maybe it's
I know.
the same. But I don't have a compressor.
You'd be surprised because I've had airbrush makeup on for work things before, and you think you're gonna get plastered and get loads, and you're gonna look like a magazine. You still look like shit.
Really?
Well, you just look. It doesn't. For me, it doesn't look any different.
Weird.
For me, I still look like shit.
I remember getting makeup done for like school plays, right? And oh mate,
you didn't have to. You were like, do me.
I'm just like I wasn't even in the play.
Yeah.
And, it was
you were stage manager. You were doing the lights.
Stage manager. That's a gag.
It's a real job.
They had. I know, but it's funny in a school play. Yeah. There's always those kids that don't want to be out in front, so they give them jobs. Like
they have a clipboard.
Yeah.
And a lanyard.
And power. Ooh, they have power. No. I remember like the art teachers had like they were cutting up, makeup sponges.
Yeah.
So they would cut them in these wee triangles.
Aye.
Right? And then they caked us in those. Like I mean like nothing else. Like and they just dip water on like a wee in the sponge and then just and they're going, you need to be seen under the lights, so they're really overdoing it. You're literally bright orange.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking woeful.
But as well, they're using like proper like stage makeup usually for their school productions. They're like actual fucking paint. Like you're painting child paint by numbers.
It's like grease paint. Yeah.
But you know what? Even in I did Irish dancing whenever I was wee, and not very long and not very successfully, and everyone wears makeup and has big curly hair and it's loads of fake tan, and my man and dad would not succumb to that, and I didn't have any makeup on and no fake tan, and I won fuck all.
That is a big part of that, isn't it? Like
it's like a drag queen.
The dresses and
it's the fashion and the fucking makeup and the hair and all is like more important than the dancing.
I know that. Yeah, it's weird. There was a couple of really good Irish dancers in my class in secondary school, and I think they used to fucking win stuff all the time. But they were, and then every now and again, whatever the event was, like they might do a bit of Irish dancing in the school.
Aye.
And like, mate, when they came in their gear, like it was crazy. Like
stage moms.
Yeah, and the dresses, they were like fucking really expensive and all.
Oh, they're pure dear. But because my first one, my mum made me wear a vest top and a tartan skirt. Because she was all, I need to see you need to get on the I need to commit.
You need to get on the HanoverDresses.com. Fucking NordVPN.
Yeah, NordVPN. Yeah. She was like, I need to see commitment before I'm gonna like pay for one of these dresses.
They love that, don't they? I remember needing to show commitment to the guitar.
Yeah. Before they let you have the strings.
Before I got a guitar, and
that's like, do you know when Phoebe Tries to teach Joey, and she won't let him hold the guitar.
Do the bar claw, do this one, yeah.
You know,
yeah, I remember needing to show commitment to that, and I did. Yeah. Like I was like flat out.
Yeah.
And I got my first guitar, and I remember this one day. It was like an encore guitar. Like they're not very dear or whatever, but they're fucking decent starter guitar. I will say this: the action, which is the space between the fretboard and the strings, very high. You want a nice low action, so you don't have to fucking right. So you really have to press down. Anyway, And I remember I had that guitar at the bus stop with me, and it was just in a soft shell case, right? And it was at the bus stop, and a gust of wind came. I'd set it against the wall for like literally like it's against the wall at the bus stop for like a few seconds while I fucking did something. You know, while I fucking
While
chatted up
fingered
some
3
bird, so it
girls.
was fucking 45. She loved it, right?
Yeah.
And while I fucking got my subscription to Modelers Weekly. Anyway, so I went, I can't remember what I was doing, but I just remember hearing the noise of the guitar falling over, and I went, oh, mate. And I looked inside the top, and it looked fine. I closed it up, got to school, whipped the guitar out with a couple of people. This was the thing I was trying to talk about recently. See, coming up to Christmas time and Easter in our school,
Aye.
chaos, mate, fundraising for charities and all, class, right?
Bun sales and all.
Bun sales, busking, right?
No busking in
There
our
was
school.
a bit of busking going on, right?
Do you mean just like around the corridors?
Aye,
In your school?
break time, lunchtime, aye.
Like
All on
students
the ground
would be
floor.
busking.
Yeah,
That's mad.
not like loads of people doing this. There's
Yeah.
a couple of buskers over there. There's me and 2 mates of mine over here.
That's
right?
mad.
Great times, right?
Aye.
We're sitting, go to play Green Day, time of your life.
Yeah.
Go to hit it, and just went, blah, 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 blah. I was like, then I looked
You
up.
shouldn't sing like that.
I know, and then I'll look up at the guitar, and the fucking neck of it. It's supposed obviously to look like that, and it's just like this.
Oh.
And there was a big split in it, and I was like, I'm dead, I'm going to get fucked. And I got home, and my dad was like, what's happened here? And I was like, I know, right? And I told him, and he was like, all right, just leave it sitting against the wall. Sure. I'm like, Jim, fix this, right? And he did. My dad fixed it, right?
How?
He got, I swear to God, right? He got wood glue. He took the strings off.
Oh, wood glue.
He got wood glue, a load of clamps, and a couple of these wee screws, right? He countersunk a couple of screws into the back of it, right? Which is when you basically, you make a hole for the screw to go into that is for the thread, and then you make a bigger hole at the top so that the whole screw goes in, and then you can sand it down, right? So he sanded part of it down and then packed it with like wood glue with sawdust in it, and then sanded that down and varnished it and all, and he clamped it for
What
like
a
a few
handy
days.
man.
Mate, he fixed this fucking guitar, like, and I mean it was fucking sweet after that, like.
Must have had a wee magazine subscription.
I know, yeah,
Teach him how to do it.
Guitar Fixers monthly, and he so he fixed it, and then about a year later though I got a really good guitar that I had for ages, and then some other cunt borrowed it off me and broke it.
I did piano lessons.
Who borrows a fucking instrument and breaks it?
Who lends one
And-
out?
I did it. I lent it out as an adult, right?
Aye.
So I had that guitar.
Did
as
you
a
lend it to someone to learn?
Right, so this is what happened, right? I played that guitar like fuck then, this Yamaha that I got that had, it was a semi-acoustic, it plugged in and all, right? I fucking loved it. Loved that guitar. I loved it, right? And then I loved it. And so then I played it for years. This has taken me up to being like 18, 19 now. And this guy that I went to school with was living over the road then from me. He was in my year at school, and he borrowed my guitar. Like, he said, I'm learning the guitar. He was away at uni in Liverpool. He borrowed my guitar over the summer to have on Black's Road, like, and I'm
Right.
like, well, that's normal. And then I never got it back. And then I rang him and I went, here, mate, can I go over and get the guitar? Because I had a better guitar then, but I
Yeah.
needed this one. And he was like, I have it in Liverpool. And I went, oh, mate, well, bring it home with you, will you? Because I need it, like.
Why did he do that?
Right, and then every time I see him for about the next year, contact him. I'm like, mate, have you got the guitar? Yes, mate, I'll sort you out. I'll get you it, or whatever. And then I meet another guy that I went to school with who knows him, and I was chatting. I went, he says, did you ever see so and so? And I went, oh, I fucking do. And he goes, oh, he can't has my guitar, and he goes, he doesn't. And I went, why have you got it? And he goes, no, it's broke. He goes, it got smashed at a house in Liverpool, and I was like,
Here, what an infamous guitar.
I know.
It's been on its travels.
Do you know what's weird though? That guy was really, really smart, and he was an unbelievable footballer. Like, he was an unbelievable footballer, right? Like, I think if he'd been born in England, he'd have been a footballer.
Right.
He was unbelievable, right? And I just mean the scouting process and all that.
I was going to say, are we at default for the
It's just it's just an easier fit to get in. He was smart, and he was brilliant at football. I don't know why I sound like I'm fucking trying to date him anyway, but he's a fucking teacher now in our school. Isn't that mad?
What do you mean in our school when you went
In the
to?
school that I went to.
It's like you couldn't still be at school.
No, isn't that mad though? Imagine, I don't think I could do that. I couldn't go.
No, 100% not. Especially go back and teach. I think teaching in itself is the rarest occupation
I
ever.
wouldn't want it. Like,
The rarest. I don't understand. Like, so you spend
I lectured. That's different.
lecturing is different.
It is.
It is because it's a couple hours here and there. It's not like full time.
It's not. Yeah, you're not sitting for a whole day with the same people going. You know, can I go to the toilet?
Yeah.
Fuck up.
And also, it's a bit
know what I mean?
more in depth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a
Do you
wee bit.
Do you know? Well, this is what I was always taught was primary school teachers love children, secondary school teachers love their subject,
Lecturers
university
love
teachers love themselves. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I just think if you say you're in school, how long are you in school for? Like 15 years or whatever, at least.
14.
Yeah.
If you're doing 15, at least you've repeated a year.
No, but you go to uni then maybe.
All right. Okay.
Trained
Oh
to
well,
be
if
a
you go to
teacher,
uni,
so
then it would be 17
years, yeah. Depending if you're going
18.
architect, it's
18.
probably
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
And then so you're in school that whole time, learning the information, right? And then you come out having done your PGCE to become a teacher, and then go straight in to tell other people that information.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
And there's no interim period where you execute that information
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the world. So I don't understand. So you actually don't need to know anything. You just need to be able to regurgitate
Yeah, yeah.
information. You don't have to digest it and use it.
This is my issue with our current education system.
Oh yeah,
I don't believe in exams. I think it's bullshit.
yeah.
I don't think that testing people based on their ability to recall information in a world where you have Google in your pocket
Exactly.
is the right way to test people.
Although I argue with my stepsons all the time, they try to use Alexa all the time, and I'm like, stop it, it's not the way you do it. And then I'm like, who am I? Because I actually agree with the fact that you can just fucking get it off Alexa.
See, but it depends on what it is, because I think sometimes the transient nature of a Google search or an Alexa search means that the information then becomes transient in your mind. You're not
Yeah.
having to remember it for any time. How many times have you looked something up? Like I've definitely been on certain people's Wikipedia pages more than once, like for information that I found out about them before.
That you already knew.
Yeah.
But then that there is your age.
Do you know how many times? No, I don't even think it is.
Well, it's hard
No,
to
I
learn.
don't mean like I look at it and forget it the next day. I mean
Oh,
like
right.
you don't remember it the way you remember something you've sat and read. Like in a
Well,
book.
no. Well, because even like I find as well, like one of my stepsons, I remember one time saying to him, "Can you tie the black bag in the bin and throw it out in the big bin outside?" And he was all, no, he was about 17. And he's all, "I know how to do that," and I was all,
I don't know how to do that.
yeah. And I went, lift the bag out, tie the bag. He goes, "I don't know how to tie the bag," and I went, "It's a transferable skill. Do you remember when you tied your laces this morning? That's the same thing. Just do the same thing, but with the top of the bag." And he was like, but it's not attached to my foot. He's just like, I don't know what to do with it because I've not done that. I swear this is a conversation. And I was like, what the fuck? Because he has grown up in a world where everything is so easy and everything
To be fair, see if it doesn't have drawstrings, I'll struggle. This is true.
But also, the ones without drawstrings have like 4 bits to tie.
Those ones, do you ever see the ones that don't have any bits and you have to like
Create
put
your
it
own.
through there, make your own wee handle? I don't like them.
They're cheap. They're cheap.
They are cheap.
And they're going to fall apart on the way to the bin.
I like the drawstring ones.
Yes, of course, but sometimes they're not available on the shelf.
No.
Or you do,
Do you do your shopping off the shelf?
sometimes.
I do mine off the internet, and they bring it to me.
Well, I do that, but we do our groceries and then.
Do you know what you get though? You get short dated stuff. When you
That's
do
what I'm
that.
saying. They fucking bring you alternatives. That's why you might end up with a wee tie bag and not a drawstring bag.
You might end up. Do you care about the brand of red sauce?
Nope.
Right. Okay.
Do you think I can afford to care about the brand?
I would
of
care.
red
See,
sauce?
I would. I'm a Heinz guy.
Although-
I care about my brand of mayo. Like.
I have a shit ton of Heinz red sauce post Christmas because I got them as gifts off so
Oh,
many
that's
people.
good. That's
Like
good.
the producer of Bridesmaids came to Home Alone and brought me a big massive gallon of Heinz red sauce, a big massive thing, and I use it now to refill the smaller
Amazing.
bottles. And then Shane bought me like 6 on my podcast one time, and then other people just gave them to me as jokes. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's a joke to you. It's great fun for me. I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to use these. Like my
Do you have a sauce cupboard?
I have a sauce.
A bit.
I have a sauce like container in the fridge where there's various sauces. I don't just stick to red sauce. I use sweet chili. I use Southwest, and I'll use
Southwest. Do you know? This is my theory on Southwest. See if Subway were to do a Nando's and just start selling bottles of their Southwest.
Yeah.
There's another $1 million income stream for
I
them.
wonder why they don't. But so did they not create the Southwest sauce? Like, did they not?
There's but like you can't go and buy a bottle of Subway Southwest.
But you can buy Southwest sauce,
You
but
can-
it's just not theirs.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's all
There's a
tastes the
Southwest
same.
Chipotle. Mate, this has put me in the. You're putting me in a Subway mood, and I'm meant to be going to Jockster after this. And I know if I go there and tell Chloe here, I'd rather have a Subway.
Buy a sandwich.
I'll get headbutted. I don't know what is there anything. I might get something new there in Jockster. I don't know.
They do sandwiches.
Do they?
Well,
They do that French dip one. Oh no, has it been moved?
there was the moist maker over Christmas that was like it
The
was a
moist
sandwich.
maker.
It was a bap.
Yeah, it was good. It
Yeah.
was good. I don't know.
I have. Do you
know
know
what to
what?
get.
What time is it now? I had my lunch today at 10:30
Do you know where I was doing? Did you? Do you know where I was doing a good sandwich? Why did you have it at 10:30?
because I'd be up really early and I had my breakfast at about 6, and then
Right.
by about 10:30 I'd be like ready for 10:30, 11.
Sorry, you were up at 6.
I have a child.
I know, but I know, but like, why did she get up at that time?
Every day. I'm up every day at that time. There's
This is what. See, no,
Why are you so
I
raging?
don't know. I don't know. I get like this sometimes. I go, this is see
That early?
6.
What are you getting up at? 9?
Today I was up. Today was 9. Now,
Yeah.
to be fair, I did have a late night. I was in bed about 1:30, 2 o'clock last night. I was
Right,
up
fair
at,
enough.
I was up at 9.
See, this is the thing. This is a fucking lifestyle change when you have a child, because no matter what you're doing the night before, you're still up
Yeah.
at that time in the morning. And you could be up through the night with them too, depending on what size they are. But like, obviously, I work during the night and then I gig it in the evenings and all, and like have other work to do, and then you're still up at that time in the morning.
Apparently, I was a full nightmare.
It was a really poor choice on my behalf having a child.
I wonder about it though, because I fuck, I don't think it's for me. Like I don't
That
think it
waking
is.
up early thing, it was definitely not for me.
It
Like,
isn't just that. It's the
whole
responsibility
oh,
and
aye.
the fucking everything else.
And do you know what? I swear to God, too, you don't realise. It is. I did not realise before I had a child how all the time it is. Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know, like, even when they're not there, you still are responsible for their well-being.
Yeah.
If they're in somebody else's house
I-
in daycare, you're
I
still...
know this isn't the same thing. I know it's not the same
Right.
thing.
Please compare this to
To
a
a
sandwich
dog,
or
right?
a dog.
No, to a sandwich, right? I was gonna say there was something there you said. Oh, I need to say this. Cafe Over doing a sandwich before Christmas now. I don't know if you can still get it. I bet you can't. They do a Christmas one, and you know they do brat. It's like a Scandinavian toasty, right?
Right.
And this one it had Christmas ham in it, right? You know, like proper ham.
Gammon.
And yeah, and like cranberry sauce and a Brussels sprout slaw, which sounds like it should be stinking,
I'm not opposed to it.
but it's fucking sensational.
I fucking love a
me
sandwich.
toast that.
A sandwich is my favourite thing.
I love it. So here's the thing, right? I'll race through this story and I won't
right.
stammer. I'll race through this because I feel like I've told this story before. I got a dog out of a kennels and I had it for about 7 or 8 hours before I gave it to my sister. I mean, I gave her the dog.
So you got it for yourself? Is this recent?
This is 2014.
Does she still have the dog? What happened? Why did you not want it anymore?
The
Too much
responsibility. Like, do you know what it was, right? I wasn't well in 2014, mentally, physically, wasn't well. I'd just finished my PhD.
I thought you were
wasn't
saying you
well.
just finished your period.
No, yeah. Well, it was like a 3-year period, right? I wasn't well. I had bad I had chronic post-viral fatigue syndrome, right? So I was like not well. I'd gained loads of weight. I wasn't well, and I thought I'll get a wee dog. I'll go for a wee dander, and it'll be a wee mate, right? And to be fair, the dog is very cute. He's a wee Shih Tzu, but they're not really. It wasn't the right choice of dog. But for someone that fears dogs, it's the only real choice. And he was a very calm, docile wee fucker, right? And he still is, right?
Aye.
But he's a moany cunt.
I feel like everything you're saying describes my child.
We put him into. We put him
She's
into.
a wee Shih Tzu.
We put him into.
She's cute, but she's a moony cunt.
we put him into like a wee room that goes between. Like my mum has like a downstairs bathroom that
I know what you mean. And
Is
then
all-
it's like a wee hallway.
there's like a wee hallway
My
between
man's
it,
the
right?
same way.
And that's where we thought that'll be at night time. There's a wee
He can
dog
live
bed
there.
there, and there's sheets, and it'll be a small room. And if you ever need to clean anything up, it's a small place, right? I know, mate. He shouted the house down, and this is what happened. Our Sheila came into the house that day when I had just got him, and I had just brought him. I got him out of the kennels, and God love him, he was traumatized, right? And I brought him, I got him groomed and cleaned, and went and bought him all the stuff that he needs, right? We got home and it was good. And then, but the fear is going, this is real. You're doing this.
Forever.
You own this. And when you go out gigging, I was doing music at that time still. I'm going, when I go out gigging here, like my man and dad are left with dog and neither of them on it. Like my dad's not well. So like, right?
Oh,
all these thoughts, right? So I'm going, fuck, right? Things that I should have thought through. Things that I actually did think about, went, it'll all be grand. I thought about every angle. And then it was just as I get there, the angles are going into me like knives, right? And then our Sheila comes in and goes, oh, he's class. Fuck, I'd love a wee dog like that. And I was like, would you? Aye. And then that night I phoned her and was like, can you take him? And she goes, yeah, I'll get him tomorrow after school. And I went, can you take him though?
How long? She was teaching, not a student at the time, wasn't she?
She's a teacher. Huh?
Aye.
And I was like, she goes, I'll come and get him tomorrow. And I went, will you? Aye. Do you want to come and get him now? She's like, it's like 10:30 now. I went, I know, I have everything for him. Can't cope with it. And she took him.
I tell you what, though.
They kept my name, though. I called him Dash. That's a good name.
That is good. But the difference is you wouldn't... You've taken a dog... when you've grown a baby for 9 months, it's different because you...
Pull one out of your kennel.
You pull it out of your own kennel and you get it groomed like you did and get all the things it needs. And then I think there's
all the things it needs.
There's nowhere to hand it back to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
can't
mean?
turn around to your sister and go,
yeah.
oh, I love a wee baby like that. Would
when
you?
You go to school tomorrow, can you come take this child? It doesn't work out the same. But I'm so honest about how difficult parenting is. I hate when people are like, oh my God, it's like the best thing. It is brilliant, but it's honestly the worst.
It brilliant?
It's the do you know what? It's honestly shitter more than it's brilliant. Like, it's so fucking hard. But they just like smile at you once or give you a kiss and you're all, oh, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time you're like...
But surely then that balances out though as they start getting older.
Of love.
Because there'll be more times where they're doing
nice things
and less time where they're fucking waking up every night. And
it's when they become more independent, you know what I mean? When they can start wiping their own hole instead of wiping yours.
Yeah.
Like, do you know?
Yeah.
When they can start doing their own shit, I think, literally, and they just look after themselves.
Yeah.
Then it gets a bit easier. But that's what I'm saying. I genuinely did not realise how all consuming it was. Like, that it's all day and all night. And then, like, how difficult your whole everything becomes. Like, how difficult your whole becomes too.
It's like having maybe 5 or 6 magazine subscriptions at once.
At least. Yeah, and that you can't afford them. Do you know what I mean?
That's mad.
You're oversubscribed. That's
Yeah.
how I feel. But then you have to be home every night for their bedtime. Like, she goes to bed every night at 7. You can't be out somewhere at 7 o'clock ever. You have to be home. And nobody else puts my daughter to bed, so it's always me or Sean. So every single night of the week, one of us has to be in the house to put her to bed. It's a whole thing.
It is
and
a whole thing.
you realise how much of a fucking asshole you become. And me and my friends, like a couple of my best friends have kids, and we meet up and that's all we talk about. And they be like, what did we talk about beforehand? We're such assholes.
I noticed, and this is different. Oh, this is so different. When I was teaching, I was an asshole. Like, when I was lecturing, I was just occasionally you would say something and go, you know,
you're like, I've become that guy.
I know, mate. I came off with a couple. Like, I definitely came off with the classic teacher one. I've already got my degree.
Oh yeah.
I've already here. Do you know what I would
Say
do?
what you want.
I would drop a rhetorical question and walk out and let them stew on it.
Right.
See if this is the level of work you're doing here, guys. What sort of journalists do you think you're going to be? I'm away for a latte.
Yeah.
I'm away for a latte. I'm away around to Mocha to get my latte. I miss Mocha up in Coleraine.
Was there
a good
any
spot.
people you were teaching who you were like, you can't string a sentence together,
Yes.
let alone try and write?
There was somebody, I can't tell you their name. There was somebody,
Ryan?
there was somebody who had a name that was spelled that it was either a boy or a girl. Put it that way.
Ashley,
it was a name.
Sam.
It was a name that would be like that.
A unisex name. Right.
It wasn't even a unisex name because it's just it's the pronunciation is either going to be a woman's name or
Ashley?
like a Dutch guy's name, depending on which way.
Ashley.
Right, so it was either Ashley or Ashley, right?
Ashley.
So so I literally I had never seen this cunt. They were never in, and I was going, this person is never in. Like they aren't in. They're not signing into lectures. They aren't in the tutorials, right? And I'm like, and this is the annoying thing, that because of the way universities are set up now, somebody was like, you send a letter and go, here, cunt, see if you don't come in. You're out,
You're not
and
coming
we'll
back
keep your year's worth of money. Thanks. See now.
Your fee.
Yeah.
Keep your year's worth of money.
Aye, yeah. You're not gonna take 3 years off them, but you're keeping that first year.
Yeah.
Or that second year. And these ones were in like third year by the time I got them. So
Right.
like by the time
not turn up in third year.
I know, right?
What
And
a
I'm going. Like they weren't coming in anyway, and it creates work for me then because I then have to produce my fucking records of attendance, right? Where I'm.
Do you know what? A
I'm
minute
now
ago you
proving
were
that they're not
saying
there.
as a lecturer you started being an asshole. I can see, like it's
It makes you an
it's a
asshole.
bit obvious.
No, but it makes you an
My
asshole.
attendance records.
No, that's what I mean. You have to fucking have, mate.
You care about shit you don't care about.
You. So it's not even. Yeah, it is sort of that. You don't care about it. You can't care. How can you care about your attendance records?
I know.
For adults, I'm going show up or don't. Can't I don't care.
Yeah.
But when I can't reasonably expect them to hand in work, or when I get it and it's absolute trash, which it was.
Aye.
I want to be able to go here 0 or here 5 out of 100. Bye.
Yeah.
You fail.
Yeah.
But then the uni goes, why is this person failing? And I'm like,
they're
fuck
shit.
that person. They don't come in.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's pronounced this way or that way. I don't even know if it's a
how
guy
you say Ashley's
or
name.
a woman.
Oh, you didn't even know if it was a boy or a girl?
I didn't even know. Do you know
it would have been funner if you had met them and still wasn't sure?
They were emailing me then at one point because I emailed them and went, here, cunt, dear ball bag, any chance you'll fucking show up because you're about to be thrown out of the uni. And then all the emails come and I'm going, I literally still don't know.
I got a really shit degree.
What'd you get?
Really bad mark. I got a 2-2.
That's not shit.
No, it is, but what do you hear?
That's not
I was really
a third shit. Like, go ahead.
it was a skid mark off a third, I think. Nobody here, right? Seriously, but
Sorry, I
right?
spot everywhere. That's funny.
I was really academic in school, got all A stars in my GCSEs and A's in my A levels, did really, really well. Like I could have been a contender.
Yeah.
I could have done anything. And I went to uni to do drama, right? My dad convinced me because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an actor apparently. And I went to Queen's and it was utter dog shit the first year. I mean, the biggest
Just dickheads
concoction
running around
of
the
shite.
quad, fucking pretending to be a chorus at a
I'd have-
Sophocles or something.
I'd have fucking loved that. That's not what it was. I'd have
That's what I
loved
remember it
that.
being.
In drama?
No, like I would see. Well, put it this way: I'd see people doing that and go drama cons.
Drama dicks. Yeah. No, I'd have loved if there were drama dicks. There wasn't even any drama dicks. It was like everyone thought they were like really highly intellectual. Like and everyone, it was like they'd watch fucking what do you call it, Dead Poet Society or something. I was like, catch yourself on. And the very first day we had a lecturer who came in and she was like, this is not a vocational course. Most of you won't be actors, so you may start thinking about other areas in the field that you want to work in. Business, like teaching, fucking like stage management, like all those things. And I was like,
Woeful.
what? And I was raging. And then we never did any performance. I was there a year, except for one day where we had to pretend to be a bag of sand for about 5 hours and fucking slowly deflate to the ground.
Jesus.
And it was so shit. So when I left and did like 2 years at BMC, we actually could do drama, but it was basically tech. Like you went to tech and like I actually could do acting and performing. I went back and I had to finish my degree because you got into final year with that. So when I went back, so I'll just finish my degree so we'll have the piece of paper. And I like barely did it. I think by that stage too, I'd been so ground down. It was 4 years after I'd been in an academic situation.
Yeah.
So from A levels in school was highly academic. By 4 years later, it was just a bit of a waster, and I was like, shit, academically.
It's not even being a waster though. I hate that. I hate that vibe. Sometimes the Queens gave off. Obviously, I was doing ancient history, which is a fucking academic course. Like they're not going to turn around. Like you're not going to be a Roman soldier. Like, but I mean, it's like I think sometimes. Like, one thing that I thought was good about Ulster was that it is more, right, let's fucking train you to work in an industry.
Aye.
So, like, with journalism or media, it's the other way. You're literally going, if there's 100 people, maybe 90 of them are probably going to work in the media industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe you'll get 4 or 5 who will go and do something else, or you get 4 or 5 then who are, like, going to stay on and maybe do a master's or a PhD or something. And so it's like, you're trying to train them for the industry, but then journalism is one thing. When you're teaching stuff like to try to get people into TV, like they don't even know about stuff like production companies. Like they don't know. They think that you can just like take an idea to the BBC. So you need to start with the basics and go, if you're going to work in TV, you know, most jobs are not in a broadcaster. Most jobs are in independent production, and you start getting into that type of thing. But then some of them, they're coming to you. They're coming in, and some of them can't write a professional email.
Yeah.
And you're going, right, you have to start at that level then.
I sent an email to a casting director one time because every couple of months he would do the whole like, "Hi, I'm a young ambitious actor from the north and I really want to like get involved." And I sent, you send them out to casting directors, and one time, and I always was like trying to be dead casual, and I'd be all like, "Hiya," like really like trying to sound just like not stuffy.
Yeah.
And this casting director from London emailed me back one time and was like, "If you ever send me another email that opens with hiya again, I'll make sure you never get seen in this
my
office
God. Well, see, I think
for any
that's being a
movie."
ball bag.
I mean, it was full Devil Wears Prada. She was a full prick, and
That's being a ball bag.
she was like, "Was she the very best in your career?" And I bet you what, she didn't.
No, she doesn't.
She did not.
Doesn't.
Absolute
I think
bitch.
that's being a ball bag. Now, what I
fucking
mean is
pedantic.
like sometimes, because I got people to draft emails and send me them, and some of them aren't even saying hello. It's just straight into "I'm this," or you know, something literally like and it's written in text speech, like any chance, you know, any chance of a work placement ?
Even if they'd written that out with the full letters, it still would have sounded
any
shit.
chance of a work placement, you know, and their name, and I go, can't do more, like do something. So
my father-in-law would send he's like sent out loads. He would write scripts at times too, and he's like sent them out to like loads of places. But he like sends, do you know, like old school envelope, and he'll write on the sealed envelope trademarked by, and that across the envelope, and you're all, it's not the same thing these days. Like people aren't gonna.
It is scundering though. Like you have to do it. Like you have to hustle. Like, but it's fucking, mate. The rejections I've had. Oh my God. But at least I know. You don't want to be stuffy, but you also don't want to be, you know. A dickhole, you know. But
it's whenever I was at Queen's, I remember just like there being absolutely no performance, and me being like, "This is complete shit." Like,
it is shit.
And as well, I did Irish and Spanish with my drama degree, and I got shitter as the months went by, both languages. So I'm learning less. It's like they're deprogramming me.
Yeah.
I know less Spanish.
You're not the first person that said that about languages there. Yeah.
So bizarre. Like, how do you learn less? How do they suck the information out of you?
It's because you're not practicing.
You're not practicing
it.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But even whenever I did my first baby, I did sketchy with you whilst I was at my first year uni. Or no, was it my final year? What age? How long ago was that?
2010.
Right, so I would have been in my final year of uni. Yes, I'd have been in my final year, and I remember like. I had to take. I don't even think I had to take time off to film sketchy. I think I just happened to. I like wanted to go in late to my class to like prove it, but to be all like, it was just off filming with the BBC. Like, do you want using concert here to fucking train to do? I was just off doing it. Do you know what I mean? Got paid 60 quid for the privilege.
I know, mate. Yeah, I think it was 10 or 11. I remember just like fucking. I remember doing that. I remember being on that fucking freezing bus.
On the bus.
And we were talking shit, and then. I remember in the bit where we were up in the Opal Tower that I was like, I have a hard out today because I have a gig.
Okay.
I was like, and mate, things were just taking ages.
That's the way it goes.
I know you have things to do here, but is there a way for me to like shoot the bit? Can we shoot the bit that I have? All I have to do is stand in the background and go.
I know.
Can we do that so I can I've said from day one I have a hard out and I was late getting to my
that
gig.
Sounds so wrong saying you have a hard out.
I know, yeah. If you say I have a hard out, that means I have to leave. But if you go I have a hard out, or I have a hard out,
but you probably asked them.
I have a hard out. What?
That throughout the day, they were probably like, "Why does he keep going on?
Why does he keep talking about his route?
Does that fella need his fucking time to himself?
It's mental though. I remember, like, now I would just go, I wouldn't have anything on the same day. But at that time, you're getting paid, like, you know, fucking 60 or 70 quid to go do something. You're like, well, I'm going to get paid.
But I thought...
I'm getting paid 150 to do music at night, so I have to keep it, obviously.
I thought, though, when I was doing sketchy, even though I was, like you, in the background of something just looking gormless, no lines, like, just... They were kind enough to give my character a name, which was fantastic, Pam, even though, like...
Fat Alan.
So you could say, I played Pam in sketchy, no lines, stood in the background of a couple of scenes, I guess. And then... I remember going back into Queen's as if I had made it, like the most obnoxious wee drama dick ever, and was all like, sorry, I'm late. No need to be late. Stood outside the door for 20 minutes. I've just been filming a thing with a BBC.
Sorry, guys, TV work.
Yeah, TV work. You know how it is. Stand about all day. You guys wouldn't get it.
I remember getting there late to meet Johnny. We were kicking in like Lily's or something on Lisburn Road, which is now the Bowery.
That they change the name all the time.
In there, and
Legal
I
reasons.
was late getting there, and Johnny was just like looking at me going, "You can't," like, but he wouldn't say anything, and I'm going, oh, "I'm sorry, Johnny."
But you know when you think like the smallest thing will get you think you're big style. Like I had Olivia Nash and Pamela Valentine, I think, on my podcast, but I did my first professional theatre show was with both of them too.
Right, okay.
Actually, no, I was replacing Pamela Valentine.
Right.
And I was acting alongside Olivia Nash.
Right.
And we were doing the vagina monologues in the theatre at the Mill. And it was the first time I'd been paid to do a play. And I remember afterwards being like, this is it. Now I'm just going to be a full-time on the stage girl. Also known as an actress.
Yeah. Full time on the stage, girl. Yeah.
Just like, I'm just going to be here all that. I'll just get booked for play.
That's like Robert De Niro's basically just like a full time on the set.
On the set guy. Yeah. And Tom Daly's just a full-time in the water guy.
That's fucking mental. So what happened?
So, that was it. I did like one night. I had to fill in for Pamela Valentine, and then like 3 years passed, and I didn't have one more work in a bar.
It's fucking hard, like.
Dude, you're convinced. You're like, how has everyone not seen me in this show?
I know, yeah.
And booked me for more
anytime, like
shows?
I remember getting a meeting at the BBC and thinking, I've made it here.
Yeah.
You know, because I've watched extras and Ricky Gervais just gets a TV show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's how it works.
So like I remember like sitting there. You know, do you know what hurts when in those early times when you have meetings and your meeting keeps getting fucking moved and you're like, I'm not important to these people. Do you know what I mean? When it's like literally they ring you while you're sitting downstairs and go, any chance we can push this 2 hours?
Yeah.
And you're like, yep.
But the amount of meetings I've had like that in the early days where they I think a lot of times, so obviously with the BBC, they need to be seen to just be reaching out to people and filling their day.
Yeah, I think
like
that is part of it. But you think as like when I was starting, I was going, I'm getting a TV show here.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
The amount of shows I've been in. Like, do you know whenever we were having winter, we were filming a documentary for like 6 months. And like, I'm so fucking glad now. Like, what was I thinking? We were filming a documentary for ages and ages about 2 comedians who'd went through IVF and were having this baby in a pandemic. So it was very convoluted.
Yeah,
There was loads of angles, right? And we'd filmed loads of shit. And then we even filmed like in the birth, right? And mental. Now, not dude end, just like side view. Like side on, like if I was in the lane of traffic, you were the lane beside me.
Dude end is unbelievable.
That's where, that Sean was dude end. The camera was like in the fast lane or in the hard shoulder, and we filmed the whole thing. And then because I had COVID and Sean had COVID and Sean was in with me he wasn't giving birth. He was there just in the room. I was giving birth. But he wasn't supposed to be in the hospital regulations, but he wouldn't because he had COVID. But the midwife felt really bad at me because I was shitting. No, I didn't actually shit, but I was having a bad time. She brought him in, and then because of that, the whole thing got cancelled. Because they were like, the BBC were like, we can't put on air that he was in the hospital because he was not supposed to be in there according to the like COVID.
Oh my God.
I fell Matt Hancock to everyone. I fell, what do you call him? Dominic Cumming to everybody.
You Cumming everybody.
I did whatever the fuck I wanted. And the BBC were like, we can't like show it, but like pretend he's not there because then that's technically a lie. And I was like, because the BBC don't lie. So obviously they just wanted. So the whole thing got cancelled, and I'm fucking delighted because you think, why the hell would you want all that on TV? To me, to be honest, it was just a payday. I was like, it's just just gonna get paid for it.
I've done some shite for paydays, like.
Yeah.
And do you know what's great? Do you ever have the American bar a payday? It's like it's like salted peanuts stuck on caramel.
Start again.
Right, there's a bar like
the chocolate
like a sweetie bar.
I thought you meant the American bar.
No, a sweetie bar called like it's not chocolate, so
no, I know
a
what
candy
you mean.
Bar,
Aye,
if you will, called a payday.
I haven't had it.
They sell them up the road here. I might get one on the way home.
Is it a blue wrapper with yellow? Oh, it's a Baby Ruth.
Yeah, it's like a white wrapper with blue.
No, it's a different thing.
And red. Oh, very dirty.
No.
It feels like you're getting paid. I mean, you're getting paid in,
Taste.
highly calorific treat. But it's
I think I fucked my taste buds with red sauce.
oh really?
Because it's not like a thing that I do put it on everything, and then I like it, but everything just tastes like red sauce. And now I assume that my daughter should be having red sauce with everything, so put red sauce on her plate at every meal, and then I'd be like, I probably shouldn't do. I'm making her.
You're giving her your addiction.
Yeah. She calls
That's
it
funny.
She calls it dip dip.
Can you be? She calls it what?
Dip dip.
Can you be like Heinz dependent? Is that a thing? Is it?
I'm pretty sure. I see if you were an American celebrity, there'd be a rehab for that.
For what? Yeah, for your sauce. Yeah, exactly.
Do you remember Nadine Coyle? She's still around?
I know. Yeah, I know you said that. Yeah.
She was going out with an American actor one time, and he was in a party in Derry over Christmas like years ago. Is a guy who was Jesse Metcalfe. He was in like the Housewives.
Right. Okay.
Desperate Housewives.
Who is he in Desperate Housewives?
The sexy gardener. Did you watch Desperate Housewives?
Chloe's watching it right now. I've seen it. This is like her fourth
He's
time
watched
through it.
the sexy gardener, the dark hair.
The guy he booked
Aye, she was going him for years.
Eva Longoria.
Aye.
He booked her character.
I mean, what a baby them two would make. Swarthy. With dark hair.
Dude end.
Did end.
Seeing it coming out. Oh, it's swarthy.
I think it would be her birth would be lovely.
Nadine Coyle was going out.
She was going out with him, and he was in Derry, and they were at this house party, and a few friends of mine were there too, and he was like, I don't think he was drinking or anything that night, but like he was maybe had like a beer or whatever, but he like went into rehab the following week in LA for drink related things, for like being on alcohol or whatever, and everybody was like, what the fuck, he didn't drink the whole time he was here, like he was. But Americans just do that. They have like one night of drinking and they're all, fuck man,
I have a problem.
I have to go to fucking rehab. They spent 6 months.
Rehab though, depending on what it is for, looks alright.
Here, see, when you have a child, do you know what I would love after having a child? My flight to be delayed. I would love. See, people are complaining about like, oh, you sit in the airport, fuck all to do, and there's like, couldn't think of anything better than fuck all to do, buy my own, and an airport. That's a day out. Buy my own.
Oh, amazing!
That would be unreal.
Do you know what was fucking the airport in Tenerife was shite? I shouldn't complain anymore about Tenerife, but their airport was fucking grim.
I've not been to Tenerife.
It was. Don't. It's not worth it.
Have you been to the other Canary Islands?
No.
You're not going to now because of Tenerife? No, I've been to Gran Canaria a few times. I went to Gran Canaria over Christmas, Christmas Day.
Well, see, we went there just before Christmas. That was nice.
But you came back here for Christmas Day.
Oh,
it's rare having your Christmas Day on the beach.
I know. I see. I don't think I'd want that. I don't think I want Christmas any. Do you know what? Do you know what I like doing? See, Christmas Eve, the Boxing Day. I'm in my own gaff.
Yeah.
Nobody penetrates the gaff.
We do our Christmas dinner on
Nobody
Christmas
penetrates.
Eve.
What?
Nobody penetrates. Yeah. There's no penetrating out in my house. We do our actual Christmas dinner on Christmas Eve. So we cook our whole Christmas, like me and Sean and the kids and all, we do it all on Christmas Eve, and then we do our leftovers on Christmas Day.
See, I do my Christmas Day and then leftovers on Boxing Day,
which is what 99.9% of the world do, but we do it the other way around because then on Christmas Day you don't have to cook.
I do a lot of prep. Now I will say I do a lot of prep usually on Christmas Eve. I did some this year, but I did cook my meats on Christmas Day. We had a bit of a late dinner this year. It was actually really nice. Oh, it was lovely.
By 1 o'clock, I had my lunch today at half 10. As I'm telling you, by 1 o'clock, it's like
it's
my third
time.
meal of the day.
Yeah.
Do you do New Year's resolutions?
Not really, although I've decided that this year, my new year actually starts on the 23rd.
Why?
Because I'm away from the 17th to the 21st, and then I want the 22nd to just be, and then Monday the 23rd, that's when my New Year
Are you away for pleasure or work?
Both.
No, it's not pleasure. Is it? It's leisure, you say, isn't it?
Business or pleasure? Both.
Okay.
I'm doing a wee academic trip to Rome, but I'm also going to have a day or two of schmoozing.
So when you say your New Year starts on the 23rd, does that mean you're going to get knuckled under work and stuff?
I'll do more work. I'll go to the gym. I'll fucking...
all the shite you're supposed to do?
All the shite.
Yeah.
I want to give a bit more of a fuck about myself this year. I don't really look after myself very well.
It's hard to give a fuck about yourself.
I know.
When you're such a cunt.
I think on that, let us away. It's Joxer time. I'm very excited today. I don't know what I'm going to get. It's going to be a good time. Thanks very much for coming in and for accommodating the mad shifting sands of recording days at the minute. It means that tomorrow I can knuckle into a bit of work, as they say. And Yeah, it's going to be
Pleasure.
fun.
Thanks
Thanks
for
very
having me.
much for coming in. This has been a great episode.
Appreciate it.
Guys, thanks for joining us, guys and dolls. And I hate myself for saying that, but
You ever
anyway.
seen Guys and Dolls?
Yeah,
Shit.
it's not for me.
I've been in it.
Have you? I've
As a
seen the movie.
16-year-old.
Is Frank Sinatra?
I don't know.
It's not for me.
He wasn't in the show I was in anyway.
Ah.
Isn't the money for him?
Unbelievable. Yeah, so we'll see you in the next one and smash the rest this week. And I don't even know when this is coming out, so maybe somebody's died. Maybe people next Tuesday. Maybe someone's dead. Maybe people are alive. We don't know. Who cares? We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Oh, love it.